It was so awesome to feel loved for the first time in my life and to feel appreciated and accepted. And I told the Lord that day, I said, I feel like I've been born all over again. And you know, at that point I had not been in church for 9 years. And I sure hadn't seen a Bible in a long time. And not very much of a Bible ever. I did not know there was a scripture about you must be born again in order to enter the kingdom. And here I was telling the Lord this, and I was telling the Lord, you know, I don't know if you're Jesus or not, but I know after what you've done just this morning in my life, I know you can reveal yourself to me. And it's really funny, after 9 years, someone from my old church had brought a little upper room devotional to our house 2 days before. It took them 9 years after I quit going. They brought an upper room devotional. But in perfect timing, and the verse for that day was John 3:3. Unless a man is born again, he cannot enter the kingdom of heaven. And I knew right then it was Jesus, because only Jesus knew how I felt, and I knew I was born again. And so that was settled right there. And so from then on, I knew I was going to tell people how to be born again. When we started Jesus Chapel, we had no idea what it was. We had no idea what it was going to be. It was totally out of our control. We were just able to sit there on our perch and just watch God move. And I just give Him the glory for that. Because when He starts moving, you can't keep up with Him. And people will come out of the woodworks to find Him. All I knew is to lift Jesus up, and He would draw people unto Him. So every Friday night we made sure that someone always gave a testimony telling how they were born again. And at first all we used was hippies. Because for one thing, I loved the way the hippies talked. They had their own lingo about them. Yeah, I thought it was really cool. But then one night, someone came up to me, about 4 straight, regular teenagers, and said, we want Jesus in our heart, but do we have to become a hippie first? And as I remember it, Josh happened to walk up to me right at that time and heard the question, Josh Villasenor, and he said, are you kidding? Look at Super Soch here. She was never a hippie. And I thought, Super Soch? I thought that was a strange thing. But because of that, we changed our format. We started having mothers and dads and grandmas and businessmen and teenagers, some hippies, some tweens. We had everybody give their testimony. So no one would think they'd have to be a hippie before they came to know Jesus.